Hi folks, welcome back to the Horde. So it's about 5 o'clock. It is March 22nd. It is Saturday, 12.1 degrees centigrade. It is 55 on that one. And this one thinks it's also 55, 56. Look at this. I have to tell you, for me, between 55 and 65 degrees with a little sun out there is perfect weather. That's what I like. I can take it up to 75. After 75, we're on our way to hot. For folks that are used to Florida, you guys are thinking, boy, 75 is just getting to the point where my bones are thawing out. Anyway, so what am I up to today? A few different things. Sorry about the wind. Try to keep this thing closer to my face so that you can actually hear me. Getting some roof work done. One of those things I want to do before I get canned from work. The roof on this place is like a little over 20 years old, and it wasn't properly ventilated, so it needs it's ripe to replace. In particular, I'm getting some leakage around the chimney there. You guys can see the chimney, and what happens is, with the kind of insulation that this house has, it's not like a drip or anything, but the insulation just gets a little bit damp, and then it stinks. So given that I'm doing that, I have to clear off the driveway because probably the shingles are going to end up here. And to do that, obviously, I have to move out the PT Cruiser. It's claiming to be 100% charged, but it was only charging for a few minutes, and it more or less went to 100%, less than a half hour, and it went to 100%. So that's normally not indicative of a battery that's all that healthy. So hopefully she starts up, and I could get it out of the way, and then I'm going to have to pop for a battery. That's my fault, my bad. I should have brought that battery in and kept it warm and on trickle charge and all that other stuff, but I didn't, because sometimes I'm a moron, or sometimes I just end up with so many projects and so many things to do, you just can't get it all done. Anyway, one could see that, there's more than two roofs for this garage, but let's go with two main roofs. You got the roof over the big room and the garage and the sunroom, so that's like, I consider half the house, and then the roof over the remainder of the colonial up on top there. That's the other half. I'm going to start out with doing the low roof, and I don't know if one could see it from this angle. Yeah, you guys could kind of see the roof over the sunroom is kind of a shed roof. Well, we're gonna bring that up a little higher so that there's more of a slope. Right now, I'm not having any trouble with water seeping into the sunroom. That's not an issue. The issue that I'm worried about is the amount of snow that sits up there and all, and it would just be a little better with more of an angle to get it off. So there's the roof story. The story on tires, I put these two tires on her, and it's nice to get that thing up off the ground. The gray rims actually look pretty good. They almost look like, aluminum would have been better, but the gray rims look good. Just to remind you guys, these tires and rims are called used takeoffs. They're from BMI Karts. I bought 4 of them. See, they still got the little tabs on them. Little, people call them tits or whatever. And each one of them, to some extent, has them. Some, they're about worn off. The tires were $30 each on the rims, and they cost about $10 each to ship them. So let's call them what they are. They're like $40 each. But to get a tire on a rim of this size isn't bad. These have kind of a softer sidewall, so they would absorb more of the impact. These got kind of a hard sidewall. So this is kind of going to be like a Power Wheels when it's all done. I'm just noticing the geometries of this now. That axle is, I mean, the seat's back here. So for somebody, an adult, where you're kind of top heavy, you really got a lot of weight, like right on the axle. And if you lean back and give it a little bit of gas, especially with those size tires, this would be quite the wheeling machine. While I was putting the tires on, I discovered, oh god, that it's got welded hubs. I don't know, could you guys see in here? This is welded on. That one's welded on also. What do welded hubs mean? Welded hubs mean if you blow out the axle bearings, you gotta obviously cut the hubs off, basically. I guess one could be careful and grind around the welds until they come apart, and then you could take it all apart, replace the bearings, put it all back together again, and we re-weld the hubs on. And you know, my experience with welded hubs is most of the time a lot of material is missing from the inside of the hub, so once you do weld it, the wheel has a tendency to, you know, rock a little bit. I rode this thing on a flat tire, so obviously it rocked plenty on a flat tire, so I didn't notice that. I did not notice that the hubs were welded before I bought it, but unfortunately, for the price I was getting it at and so forth, there wasn't a lot of negotiation. So it wasn't like I can say, hey, screw you, it's got welded hubs. My choice would have been, screw you, it's got welded hubs, I'm not buying it, because I don't think I could have moved the price down any lower than it was. Other topics, obviously I have two left, and I might put them on here temporarily. And to give myself that option, I bought a set of hubs for 200X. 200X, the spacing between the hubs is, excuse the crappy camera work, 110 centimeters. That's that guy right there. So if you go from here to here, those two fingers, it's 110. Unfortunately, this guy here, this ATC, if it had the hubs that it should have had on it, it would have had 150s on it. They put 200S hubs on it, which are 130s. So if I want to put those tires, I have to put 200X hubs on it, which are 110s. Here are the 110s, and they slide right on, so we're all happy. So I can put those wheels on this now. The hubs I took off, this hole here, number of splines is a better way of saying it, is different. You can see that the one on the red, the one on the 200X is bigger. And it appears as if for Hondas, they all seem like this is for a 90 or a 110, more of the older version. Also, the other good thing about this hub, it's the same. This is a three-way 100. They're called 100s. 100 spacing. I bought these so when I take the tires off of that one, the blue one there, right, if you get down there and look, you can see there's 3 holes, and I think this guy had 3 holes too, so it gives me a little more flexibility with moving the tires around. That way I don't have to sweat so much. Hubs for a 200X, the red ones, 200X hubs. They're not cheap. If you find a pair for, buy it now, $19.95. Typically they have postage on it, and a lot of people want another $19.95 to ship it. Or in the case of these, the red ones, I paid to get it. They were free shipping, and they were $39.95, so $20 each. These guys, I also once again picked up an extra set of those because I found these with 3 holes in it. So also the 3-way hubs came with the nuts and washers. The red ones might have also, to be honest with you. I didn't look. I haven't needed them yet, so I haven't bothered digging for them. So there's that story about hubs and wheels and all that other trivia. This was the little box that came from BMI Karts, and I ordered a couple of throttle cables. And the nice thing is they came as a throttle cable kit. They were $5 for the cable, $4.95, and they came with this kit. They got that little retaining nut that you use kind of as a cable end. They also have the spring and the other trivia. So obviously 2 cables, 2 kits, and I also got a few valves. These were only 50 cents each. I figured, well, since I was paying that big postage to get everything hauled to the house, I might as well get a few of the other details that I kind of needed. So there we are, BMI Karts, fellows. These came from BMI Karts also. Remember, the bill was $180 for the 4 tires and the stuff in the box. What else do I have to tell you? The work discussion. We know nothing except rumor is, and rumors, right? True, false, who knows? But rumor is there are 2 companies bidding for us. One company would buy us and keep us as a factory, a functional factory, and the other company would buy us and take the equipment and the personnel they need and consolidate them to a different factory and basically strip us out and close us down. So which one is it? God knows. To some extent, I almost feel like my friends who got the severance package are in a little bit better situation, because I kind of view what's going on at work as if we're the Titanic and we ran into the iceberg. And we all kind of know what the story is, what happened to the Titanic. I mean, we're either going to be sold to a different company and God knows what they're going to do to us, or we're going to be shut down, stripped out, and closed down, right? Basically out of a job that way. So this is kind of like the people who got the severance package got a spot on the lifeboat. They know what they're going to get. They got the cash, they got unemployment, they got medical benefits for a year, a little over a year. So not that that's a perfect solution, but you know what you're doing, you know where you're going, you know what's happening to you. It's predictable. You know that you got some cash in the bank and you got unemployment, and you got to go find another job. With our situation, with those of us that are left, there's no cash. If another company buys us, they have no commitment to giving severance packages, right? I mean, they could just shut it down. It's that simple. New York is a right-to-work state, and there's I don't want to discuss whether that's good or bad or whatever. There are arguments in all directions on that. But that means basically at any point you could walk into work in New York and your boss could tell you you're gone. He can't tell you you're gone because you're old or you're fat. He can't tell you you're gone because you're, white, black, green, blue. He can't tell you you're gone because you're a woman or a male or anything else. They can't fire you for any of those things, but they can fire you for no reason very easily. They have no, they don't have to keep you. They can just, goodbye. Good riddance. And the other positive thing about that from an employee also, there are no yellow jacket laws, no laws that mean that you owe your boss 2 weeks notice. You can walk in at any time and say, screw you, I'm gone. And they can't say, no, according to the contract you signed, you have to give us a month's notice and you can't do anything with your technology or any of that other stuff. You at any time could walk out and obviously you can't sell company secrets, but you can walk out and whatever knowledge you have other than company secrets, you can do whatever you want with. It isn't wise to obviously walk out with some knowledge that you developed while you were at the company that is very critical to them that you're going to use to profit or sell to another company, because they probably have, whatever company you're going to do that with probably has better lawyers than you do, which means all in all they're probably going to win and it's going to hurt you in the longer run. But anyway, so that's the work story. What am I up to today? I want to get some of these things, or this weekend, I want to get some of these things rolling. Obviously, I worked last night, so I took a nap. I just wanted to get out and get a little something done while it was so beautiful. Doesn't look as if the weather's necessarily going to be cooperating with me, though. Tomorrow doesn't look too horrible, but then for Monday and Tuesday, they're talking another one of those Arctic blasts dropping down, and it's going to get cold and kind of crappy, and that isn't going to make working out here much fun. Once again, I can work out here forever at the temperature of 55. Just put on a long sleeve shirt and I'm all good. Okay, folks, I'm going to let you go. There you go. You got an update. You got to look at some tires. You got to look at some stuff from BMI Karts. For if your bike's on the ground and you just want a set of tires to get it up off the ground for $40 each, that's a nice deal. BMI Kart got this stuff to me in about a week, maybe 8 days. Call it a week. I'm not exactly sure how many. I think it was exactly a week, actually. No, I think I ordered it on a Tuesday and I got it the following Wednesday. Or no, I ordered it on a Tuesday and I got it that Tuesday night. They left it in the driveway, so it's a week, which is nice. So if you have a project, it's not in pieces forever. So BMI Kart, like that kind. Okay, guys, keep your tires down, your tracks down, your feet down, handlebars, head, steering wheel all up. Remember to live, love, and have a great time. We'll catch you on the next episode of The Horde. Thank you for watching and commenting and subscribing. Hope all is good with you out there, and we'll talk to you again soon. Bye.